Good evening. Welcome to World News segment with Roslyn Evorame. Our first story is from Russia, where President Vladimir Putin has promised that Russia would continue its offensive against Ukraine. The president made this known in his State of the Nation address today, despite Moscow's failure to achieve its military objective as the first anniversary of its invasion approaches. President Putin alleged that Western countries sought to turn the Ukraine conflict into a global confrontation with Russia, pointing out that Russia's existence was at stake.
I'll remind you, already in February or March, they predicted a collapse of Russian economy, but the Russian business has rebuilt its logistics, its partnerships, but they are in the majority in the world.
Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden made a surprise visit to Kyiv on Monday, where he met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. During the landmark visit, the U.S. president reaffirmed his country's support for Ukraine and promised new sanctions for Russia.
Today I saw such determination of President Biden and the United States of America, and I want to thank Mr. President for this visit.
The U.S. President Joe Biden is now in Poland today as part of a planned visit where he is currently meeting his Polish counterpart, Andrzej Duda. In another development, rescuers are again searching for people trapped under rubble in Turkey after two new earthquakes hit the country, killing at least 3 people. The tremors of 6.4 and 5.8 magnitude struck in the southeast near the border with Syria, where massive quakes devastated both countries on 6 February. Modest quakes, which were also reported, felt in Egypt and Lebanon, leave about 470 people injured. Similarly, a baby born under the rubble of a collapsed building in Syria, as the only member of her immediate family to survive a massive earthquake, has been adopted by her aunts and uncle. She was discharged from hospital after a DNA test confirmed her aunt was a blood relative. Doctors said she was in good health. The baby has now been named after her late mother, Ephra. That report concludes our package for the World News segment. I am Roslyn Evorame. Good night.